Welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle, if you don't already know, and I like to do crochet projects. I also love buying yarn and I have a problem with that. In today's video, I am going to be crocheting with my least favorite yarn. Why? Because I got this idea in my head and now I gotta do it. If you watched my last week's video of me testing out and reviewing over 10 different cotton yarns, then you'll know that I had a favorite yarn and a least favorite yarn. And that least favorite yarn was sugar and cream. And you'd be like, Michelle, why do you have a giant spool of it? Because I have an idea. On a TikTok/Instagram reel I made about 2 weeks ago, I was talking about how I don't like crocheting with sugar and cream. And in that video, I asked, do you guys like it? And what do you crochet with it? It was very split in the middle. Either y'all love it or you didn't love it. Then a lot of people were saying that they actually make wearables and clothing out of it. And I'm like, are you crazy? People swear that once you put it in the washing machine, it's a night and day difference. So that's what we're gonna do. And what's so funny is that in my comment section of the video that I had just put out this morning about the cotton yarn, someone's like, hey, why don't you just put like, you know, that sugar and cream cotton square dishcloth into the washing machine and see if you like it before you commit. It's too late. I've already committed. That was a good idea and maybe I should have done it, but I feel like it just wouldn't give me what I wanted in this experiment, because like a dishcloth is a dishcloth, but a vest, that's what I'm making, a vest, is different. The Lily and Sugar and Cream yarn, I want to love it, okay? I love the font, the branding, the color choices, and it's even made in Canada. It says made in Canada from 100% cotton. I really want to love this brand. Not a fan of crocheting with it. If I make this vest and I put it through the washing machine and it turns out perfect and I love it, I will put myself through hell to crochet with it. It's the only way that I can put it, okay? I will put up with crocheting with awful yarn if the outcome of the finished project is perfect. And I feel like that might be the case with it. I actually wanted a brown yarn. I wanted this in brown. I'm in Canada, so the only two places that I know that sell this is Walmart and Mary Maxim. I would have loved to go to Mary Maxim to get it, but it's in Paris, Ontario, and that's like over an hour drive to get there. And I don't need the yarn that bad. I went to Walmart. I bought this one here. It's a 4 medium weight yarn and I need to use a 5mm crochet hook, 100% cotton. The color of this is called Potpourri Ombre. Potpourri, there's a word. There's that other word that I think I'm trying to say and I can't think of. Potpourri. That's what I'm thinking of. That's the name right there. You get 400 grams, 674 yards, which is 616 meters. It's like an off-white beige with all these like little flecks of color. There's like purple, blue, and pink. And to me, that's giving very 80s. I only bought one. I got it at Walmart. They didn't have a brown there. I did look on Amazon and they did actually have the brown for $24. And actually at Mary Maxim, I'm pretty sure this was like $24 too. Walmart had it at $14.99. I don't want to spend a ton of money just in case I don't like it. But if I like it, when Mary Maxim has their 10th sale and everything's on sale, I will buy the brown version of this and maybe make it again. I hope it's enough yarn. If it's not, I know Walmart has more of it, so I will just go to Walmart and get another one. But I feel like this should be enough. I'm also going to be doing a try-on of it before I wash it and then after I wash it, and we'll see if there is a difference. If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting and yarn and thrifting in the 80s and like all that jazz, why not hit the subscribe button? Subscribing on my channel is free. You don't gotta pay anything. It's not a monthly subscription. I feel like when people hear the word subscribe, you have to pay for something. There's nothing to pay for. It's just good old free YouTube. It is time to start the project. I've decided that I'm gonna take parts of the flower garden vest. These are my notes. Remember this vest here that I had to redo because I didn't like how it fit on the top? In my notes right down here, it said, should have used cotton yarn. And that's what I'm gonna do. However, I'm not gonna do the flower parts. I'm just gonna do the double crochet. And hopefully this will be enough. This is the vest that I was talking about. I'm basically just doing their measurements for this pattern. I'll link this pattern in my description below. It's very, very pretty, but all I'm doing is just cutting out, well, not really cutting out, I'm just not doing the flowers. I'm just doing all double crochets. Although the flowers would be really cute, and if this vest turns out really good, I kind of have an idea. Okay, well, here's the idea. If I like this yarn and it turns out well, I want to do one where it's brown, green, and orange. Or like a mustardy yellow. I think that'd be really great for fall. That's not right now, okay? Right now we're this. So I just kind of laid it out. I think it's just a little bit wider than whatever this yarn was, even though it's the same thickness of yarn. I think it's just because this is a little bit more dense, but that's okay because I think when I was saying I was doing this, I felt like it was a little bit small, especially like up here. I think in the original pattern, it wanted you to start like down here for the V, but I moved it up. So that's the only thing that I'm really gonna have to like play around with. But for the most part, I'm very happy with how the colors are. Also, I have to say, doing a double crochet with this cream and sugar, very different from doing a single crochet. The single crochet was tight, it was annoying, and I didn't like it. This is where I am right now, and I'm just gonna keep going up until it's done. I got this far today. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm technically doing the 2 front panels and the back panel all at the same time. I feel like I could do another half an hour, but because of how like this yarn crochets, you know, it's better than my last experience with it with the dishcloth, but my hand is kind of hurting a little bit, so I am gonna take a break for today. I think I did pretty good. I'm actually like in love with how this is looking right now. Sometimes you just gotta do a simple stitch, nothing fancy. Again, double crochet. I really love how these colors are looking. It's giving like, how do I put this? Like it looks kind of 80s with like the speckles everywhere, but then this like off-white creamy beige color is like so 70s to me. I really do like it. It's almost like funfetti cake. That's the only word that I can describe it, and now I want cake. I think I'm like halfway done this part, and then after this part, like halfway done, I mean like I have to go like I think up to here, and then I have to do the front panel, and then the back panel, and then attach it together. Although like it's taking me a long time right now, I have to remind myself that when I'm done, there's no seams to sew. I don't have to sew anything together. I don't have to attach anything together other than the 2 shoulder pieces. This is just one piece, you know? And I think that was my problem for making vests in the past. When I had to sew everything together, it kind of like wasn't the shape that I wanted. Ended up switching crochet hooks. I was using, it's the same brand. I was using this one, but this one here is a little bit thinner and it is shorter. I think this is the 6-inch one. This is the 6.5. This one here is a little bit heavier. It's bigger than this one. And I just felt with such like a heavy, dense yarn, the littler hook, I don't know, it just felt way too light. I felt like I need the bigger hook to work with this thicker yarn, like this more dense yarn. Maybe it's just me. I feel like I'm gonna crochet a lot better. Whereas when it's a lighter hook, I feel like a lighter yarn is just better. It's like easier to crochet with it. I've just switched to my bigger crochet hook and I feel like crocheting with it, it's a lot easier just the way I'm holding it. And I feel like with the bigger hook, it's just easier for me to grip, especially with this yarn. I've decided to use my duck vest as a guide for how I want all the things to go. So I put some stitch markers here. This is going to be the front panel. This is going to be the arm opening here. And then the back panel is going to go back there. I'm just kind of basing it on this. So I'm going to do one more row and then I'm going to go up a few rows. And then that's when I'll start decreasing, very similar to this. I just have to figure it out because this is filet crochet. So it's a little different than this, but I really like how this vest fits. I think I finished the first panel. I think it's good enough. Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It's going to be interesting. Also, I thought this was going to be like, you know, a simple project. I'll get it done when I get it done. And I'm like, wait a minute. I need to wash this. And then I need to dry it and let it dry and let it, what's that word I'm looking for? Block for like a few days. So I really need to get this done. Didn't think about that until right now. So yay. Don't mind the mess. I'm actually renovating the camper again. Just the part behind you. So it's not a big renovation. It's just more of a making it look more like a basement from the 80s. Yay. Here it is so far. This is it. So this is gonna go like this. And then this is gonna wrap around. I think it made it a little bit big. It's gonna be a little bit more baggier, I think. Someone did say it does shrink in the wash, so maybe we'll do that. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe I'll make it a little bit higher. I am going to actually continue this up a few more rows and just keep decreasing because this is not really it. I think I wanna like keep decreasing and then maybe put the tie. I think this is where I started the decreasing. So if I put it down here, the tie, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. Maybe it will shrink a little bit once all the pieces are together, but because there's no back, it's just kind of sitting there. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out. I definitely think I might have made it way too big, but can't do anything about it now because I need to get this thing in the wash. So I'm really hoping that I can get the back panel done and the other side panel done today. We'll see how it goes. I have a very busy day. I went to work and then I had to do a bunch of grocery shopping, and it is currently 4 o'clock right now, and I'm going to do a little bit of renovation in here today. So there's a lot going on right now. But I thought I would just give an update on this. Also, I do want to point out that this is kind of like an experiment, okay? Like if it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't go well, then y'all know what I'll know. But anyways, that's the update on this. Hello, Whispers. What you doing, boy? Keep walking. Today during Crochet Club, I finished the back panel. I got the 2 front panels together. I have them attached. I just slip stitched them. Couldn't be bothered to take a needle out. Okay, hello. Sir, I know Totoro's sitting in your window, but Totoro gets to sit wherever she wants to sit. Oh, I love you too. Keep moving. Oh, sir. And then I started the border. I'm just doing a single crochet border, and I'm doing the 2 little ties. Got 1 tie done, and then it was the end of Crochet Club and I had to come home. I'm just gonna finish off the border. I'm gonna add another little tie, and then I'm gonna weave in some ends, and then it's gonna be done. And then tomorrow, because I just took a shower and my hair's a mess and I don't feel like putting makeup back on. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a try on with this, and then we're gonna put it in the wash, and then I'm gonna let it dry for a few days. And then I'm going to do a try on after, and we're gonna compare and see if it's worth it. I finished the vest. This is what it looks like. Okay, we got the little tie. Thoughts at the moment, how it feels. It's kind of soft. By the way, this is pre-wash, okay? I'm going to do the try on now, and you're gonna see what it looks like, and then I'm going to wash it, okay? Underneath the arms is a little billowy, but I did do a single crochet border around, and I think it like really brought it in. It's kind of hard to see just because of the colors. I think I might change the shirt I'm wearing so maybe you can see it a little bit better. It is longer than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like this. It is a little more baggier than I would have. I also think that this sleeve may or may not be a little bit shorter this way than this one. I had some problems and my math wasn't adding up. I don't know, I think it looks okay. I don't know how to feel about it because it's not bad. I just don't think I like the shape of it. Maybe like another little tie? Should I add another little tie? So I think it is a little big, and I think that's what's throwing me off. Someone in my comments did say that once you put this in a washing machine, it will shrink, and I hope you're right. I hope you're right that it does shrink, because that's what I'm kind of hoping might happen. As of right now, it's soft, it's flowy, it's not too stiff because it is double crochet, but it is more stiff than like an acrylic would be. Like, it doesn't feel very heavy on me. Now what's gonna happen is I'm going to put it in the washing machine, and then I'm going to roll it up, wring as much water out as possible, and then I'm going to be placing it on my blocking boards, and I'm gonna be putting that in the camper where it's warm when I'm not in there. I don't have the air conditioning on if I'm not in there. And we're gonna let it sit for a few days, dry off, and then we're gonna try it on again, and we're gonna see if there's a difference. At this moment, I feel like it is a little loose. It's a little stiff, not too bad. And the softness wise, I'd probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10 for softness, because it's not quite a 7, but I feel like it's more softer than a 6. We'll just have to see how this is gonna be at the end. Just got it out of the wash. You know what I should have done? I should have measured it before I put it in there to see if it actually did shrink. Wasn't thinking of it. I'm very tired this week, so I'm just trying to get things like done. I'm going to block this now. I was actually gonna pin it down, but it's the shape that I want it in. This is just going to stay in the camper now because it's gonna be really warm in here for the next few days. Doesn't look like it actually shrunk. We'll have to see when I try it on, but I don't think it shrank. This is what it's looking like right now. We're gonna let it dry for a few days, and then I'm going to try it on again, and we'll see if anything happened. I let this sit for 2 days. I brought it back in the house because for some reason it got really cold outside. 2 coldest days of the month, and I decided this is when I wanted to put this outside in the camper to dry. It was too damp, so I brought it in. At this moment, I can't tell if it's damp or cold, but it definitely felt better before I put it in the wash. It feels even more stiff now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this in the dryer on like air fluff for like 10 minutes. Maybe that will work. I'm going to try that and hopefully it makes it a little bit more flowy than it is right now. Here is the final vest. It is done. Okay, here's the side of it, underneath the arm, the back, what it kind of looks like, the yarn. This is all double crocheted. Thoughts. So first off, I didn't mention this, but I probably should. When I did put this in the wash, I did it on a cold cycle. Also put it in one of those mesh delicate bags because I didn't want this to stretch out if it got wrapped around something else, especially because I have the little ties. It could get caught into something. So I did have it in a nice little mesh bag because I didn't want it to stretch out in the wash. Then I did let it dry for 2 days. Feeling it now, I feel like it feels exactly the same. It's soft-ish. I don't know how to describe this yarn softness because it's all I've been touching for the last week that I just don't know. Is it soft or is it just because it's the only yarn I've been like touching? You know what I mean? Here's an acrylic bag. Yeah, acrylic's still softer. I think it's just all in my head. Although like it isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I have to say after putting it in the wash, I feel like it's pilling a lot. Like there's a lot of like little fibers just like coming up. Size-wise, I feel like it did shrink a little bit. It is pretty loose, but maybe if I just like do a comparison, I really should have measured it before I put it in there. And I didn't even think about that. And that would have been such a good idea. But I do feel like it did shrink ever so slightly, like not a huge drastic difference, but I feel like it did shrink ever so slightly. I think it feels the same softness as it did before. Maybe it is a little bit more flowy. I have to say it does feel a little bit flatter. Like this doesn't feel as bulky as it was. And that was probably like the drying process of just like the weight of whatever moisture water was in it kind of like pushed it down. This particular sugar and cream yarn, I probably give like maybe a 7 out of 10. It's definitely not my favorite cotton. I think vests like this is basically the only way that I'm going to use sugar and cream for a wearable. Overall, it wasn't that bad. Now I do actually have a bonus thing. First off, this is how much yarn I have left. Okay, there's still some yarn on this spool, and I was even able to make another dishcloth with it. This is the dishcloth that I made last week with the sugar and cream in that other type of spool. Very dense softness. I've been touching this yarn for so long that like it's starting to feel soft. Okay, I just touched something that is actually soft and it is not that soft. And then this is the one that I made with the spool. I did use the same crochet hook, the same stitch, which is just a single crochet, and I did the same size. This one here is not as dense as this one. So the one in the spool is not as dense, even though it says it's a medium weight yarn and you use a 5mm crochet hook. This one here, the white one, is more dense than this one. I don't know if it's because there's like flecks in it or there's a color in it, but this one here is thicker than this by just a little bit. This one is also softer than this one. If you do want to try sugar and cream, I highly suggest you use the cone. It is a little bit more expensive, but like you can make an entire vest out of it. And if you bought 2, you probably could make an entire cardigan. It is softer, it is a little bit lighter. I really thought that they would be exactly the same, and they're not. Overall, I think I give this vest like a 7. It's cute, I really like it. Now, could you just imagine this vest in like a chocolate brown with like an off-white turtleneck underneath it, or an orange turtleneck, or a yellow turtleneck, or a green turtleneck? So many good color combos with brown. I kind of want to make another one for the fall time and maybe do the pattern with the little flowers and make it like orange and like that green color. I'm kind of thinking like these 3 colors, right? The orange, the green, and the brown. I think that would look adorable. And use the sugar and cream again because you know what? It wasn't that bad. Is it going to be my go-to yarn? Absolutely not. If I have a certain project that I need a durable cotton for, I will pick sugar and cream. Although I don't think I will ever pick sugar and cream to do a single crochet project on. Doing a single crochet project, like this is all single crochet. I was not a fan of crocheting in single crochet. But yeah, single crochet projects, no, unless you want to make like scrubbies, because these are very durable, then do the single crochet. But if you're going to make a wearable, like a vest or anything like that, stick to double crochets. I think that this would actually work with a filet crochet project too, so maybe I'll do something with that in the future. Because again, filet crochet is all double crochets and chains. So let me know in the comments below if you love or hate sugar and cream, or if it's a love-hate relationship like I have with it. Because like I do like the outcome, but crocheting with it, Also let me know if you prefer the cone versus the spool of it. I think that the cone is better yarn. I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.